I locked. I locked and couldn't unlock you that had bound, palm rolled, and twisted me. I locked and loved the beauty that became me when you held these between your palms. I locked and had the fortitude of having others, so I wouldn't have to battle rainy days, snowstorms, hot nights on my own. Together, they bonded. Together, we bonded. I locked, controlling that which desires no control, giving way to that which has always been a free-flying soul. I locked you into me, but right now this shouldn't be, so I cut them to relieve me. Couldn't unravel the mass of confusion, couldn't pick just one strand that made me disillusioned. So I cut them. I freed me. Okay. Actually, I wrote that poem in transition between my first set of locks and my second set of locks. This is my second set of locks. Now these locks are tripled. Each lock has 3 coming out of them. So yeah, but 3-fold cord is stronger than 1. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was like about my struggle in terms of locking. Actually, on this particular poem, I would like to go line by line and discuss the imagery and the thought process behind each line, because someone asked me a couple of days ago, how is it that you come up with the images and the concepts and the thoughts when you write poetry. This particular poem is about physical locking, the physical locking of hair. I will show the points within this poem where we have talking about the physical actions that occur when you lock hair, such as palm rolling, and talking about stormy days, rainy days, the elements, you're able to better battle them, I think, with a natural hair or with locked hair, versus how it is with chemically processed hair. So it was fortitude of having the locks being bonded and strengthened that helped me battle stormy days and rainy days. Like, oh, I didn't have to worry about my hair. I don't have to worry about my hair so much as probably I would be if I had chemicals within my hair. And so now I'm going to talk about how controlling natural hair, once you get hair back to its natural state, which is free flying and free flowing, how then you take it then from that natural state into another natural state, a more controlled natural state. And I guess you can look at that metaphorically on a lot of different levels, but on this particular, in this particular poem, and in this particular group of stanzas, I chose to deal with it in terms of a person, give it some personifications, metaphysical conceit, and compare it to a relationship and a person, how, you know, you catch a free flying soul and it's so beautiful, but then at the same time, why would you want to control the free flying soul? Same thing with natural hair. It's something that's free and flying and flowing, and then you want to control it, and it wants to be free. Okay, then we're going to go on down a little bit further and talk about okay, so here it goes. It says, line 1, here we go. I locked. and I couldn't unlock you that had palm rolled me and twisted me. So in this particular line, I'm talking about how the locks, I actually had physically locked them, and I couldn't unlock them. I tried to pick them, and you know, you get little straggly parts of your hair. If you've ever tried to unpick locks, if you just try to pick them, unlock them just like that, they don't easily unlock, and it's because you palm rolled them, you've bound them, you've twisted them. And in that particular relationship, I felt like I had been bound and palm rolled and twisted, compacted. I locked and loved the beauty that became me when you held these between your palms. That's a little bit of, yeah, true, a little bit of a little sexual allure in that those three lines. Those particular three lines, yeah, because I did love the beauty that became of me when I had my locks, you know. It was a growing process, and I love the beauty that became of me. At the same time, I love the beauty that became of me when I was in a relationship with this particular female. So, alright, when she held me between her palms. Gotcha. I locked and had the fortitude of having others. Then again, we're talking about the fortitude that you have with multiple strands of hair being together and bearing more weight, more tension, more elements of stress from around. And the same thing with two people being together, having that fortitude of having more than one person to manage a finance or manage a household. The fortitude of battling simple something as rainy days, physically, spiritually, emotionally, snowstorms, those things that come and we're not really just, oh man, you know, that situation caught me by whirlwind. Hot nights when you just hot and bothered, you know. Okay, we got that part. Another sexual innuendo. So together they bonded. Together my locks bonded. Together me and this girl bonded. Together we bonded. Together me and my locks bonded. Together we bonded with the world. So people was knowing, as you know, like people get to know you with your locks. Like people got to know me with this girl. And so I locked. Controlling that which desires no control, giving weight to that which has always been a free-flying soul. Giving weight to that which has always been a free-flying soul. Yeah. Controlling that which desires no control. You know, my hair, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, it's a little frizzy. It's curly. We talk about that, you know, that curly, nappy. Yeah, Brillo. Yeah, I got it. That hair that desires no control, wants to be free and fly and float. Same thing with catching a person that has a free flying soul. It has no control to be caught, locked, or desired, but you lock it anyway. You catch it anyway. You lock it into a relationship. It says, I locked you into me, but now this shouldn't be. So I cut them suddenly to relieve me. I couldn't unravel the masses of confusion. Couldn't just pick one strand that made me disillusioned. I locked you into me. I locked a part of her. You know, you say, you always be in my heart. I locked the part of her into me. But I realize right now in this moment that shouldn't be. That relationship should not have been for a lot of different reasons, on a lot of different ways, spiritually, mentally, physically. So I cut it off suddenly to relieve me. I had to cut it. I cut the locks. I cut the relationship. And because I couldn't unravel the masses. I couldn't just sit there, you know. Sometimes, and I talk to people about this. They say, well, you shouldn't just cut a relationship off. Sometimes you gotta cut it. You gotta nip it in the bud. Sometimes you have to cut it off. Sometimes you just have to leave. It's better to leave than to find yourself in a situation where you're going to jail, or you're in a situation where you lose control, and ultimately you lose control of self and self-destination. So whether that be you going to jail or whatever, stop. So I cut them and I freed me. Free yourself. Peace.